All right. It is October 18th. It is 1 week exactly till our first open day to the public. We'll be opening up on Friday for a private party, but next Saturday will be our opening day. It is 2:30 in the afternoon. It's a baseball day. I'm getting ready to leave to go to my son's game. Won't be back until about 6, and we are having our volunteer safety meeting this evening. So it's very important. I'm going to hopefully take some footage of that, and then we're going to obviously do some more decorating. We've got to get everything done and ready to go very soon here, because once we get everything up and running, we need to then start doing some test runs with some very lucky guinea pigs, volunteers, and then we have to work out some bugs, some issues that we don't know are coming, but they always come. So. I'm uploading the last night's or last vlog right now. That should be up live here very soon, and things are coming together pretty well. Hopefully, I'll be able to get some good footage of what we've got done in the daytime. So, anyway, here it comes.
You have to change this up a little bit.
So you're not going to do the tombstones in front of the fallen wall?
Huh?
On the ground in front of the fallen wall?
We thought about it, but Seth and I figured we want to take away from the wall.
Well,
the wall is supposed to be a good. We still have to put things in.
That's what I'm saying. So they don't walk too close to it.
Yeah. There is a water heater out front. That's supposed to be that one too. Right where the wood goes straight across where it hits. Yeah. From that over, it has to be completely blocked. We don't want to put a rope in there.
Walk through a spider web.
Yeah, but where? Right there. Straight. Jesus! God!
What?
You just scared your daughter. Does that actually work? Alright, come on, Joey. Joey, are you crying? Hey! The Nemo you.
Nemo, Nemo, everybody, everywhere.
Follow him! Go, Debbie.
Daddy, is the other spider turned on?
Ah! Did I get you again, Jovi?
Yeah.
Ah! Did I get you again?
Yeah.
She's just gonna say
Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all. Go, Joey. Look at the kitchen. The kitchen. Ew, eyeballs for food.
Ow.
Fingers.
Ow.
Joey, you lost our group. Oh.
Guys, this is not scary. Nothing's turned on.
Hi, I'm Tom. Hi, I'm Tom.
Hey, Seth. Hey, I lost your razor knife somewhere in this part of the maze, and I can't find it. I've searched and I've searched and I've searched and I've looked down all the slats.
You got a haircut.
Yeah, somewhere in here it's lost and I can't find it. I'm sorry.
Here it is.
I'm kind of mixing up the white and the black just to kind of throw people off a little bit, and some of the stuff like the outside red lights I didn't want to glare through. I wanted to kind of keep this its own little entity.
How much of this have we got?
Just this roll.
This is all Todd got?
This is all, I don't know, this is the only one I saw that you picked up. So I'm just going to mix this up. You know, I'll do a white wall there, maybe do a white wall here leading into that, and then maybe come out with a black wall there where we can paint on it, you know.
Tell me if you like this idea. We're not using the 4-channel system out front for the eyeballs. We're going to use the other thing, the Jimmy box.
Okay.
Right? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I got to find it though somewhere in my garage. I have no idea.
You know where the 4-channel box is?
In the back of my truck.
I was thinking, because it's clown room, I can get some C9s and put it on the
Have it
4
randomly blinking.
and have the colored bulbs in here, just different colors shining everywhere. Yes, no, maybe so.
I'm all about it.
You
Only
bring the
thing
fog,
is,
you
you
bring
got-
the bubble juice, bubble machine?
Nope, I didn't. I did not bring those.
You're fired. The thing is what? You gotta say something. The thing is.
The thing is, you five track them.
Here they are.
Oh, there it is.
This is gonna be a cool house.
Alright, now we gotta go back because we're...
That's how I pick up the other one.
How are we gonna latch these?
Yes, I want to latch them. I asked Todd to pick up latches. I would like to try and do like we did in the dark room. This one releases. I guess Jordan's working that room now, so I think with the bungee here, when they come in, that should have enough pullback to get a latch maybe up here or something.
And how are they gonna?
Or
Oh,
maybe,
they're gonna latch them because when they push it open,
well,
it's gonna
yeah,
come back
when
in.
I enter this room, they're going to be like,
As long as it doesn't hit, they don't hit themselves in the head.
you know, we could try and go up here with it. You know, and just have the cable run up and over there so you can just, if it's up here, they don't see it. You know?
Well, in all honesty, you might not need a latch. If Carrie's gonna be over there, he could just hold that door shut. We'll just put a handle or something on the other end so he can hold it shut.
I mean, this one here, we can do a latch on it, or the actor can just do it.
Well, Jordan and Todd are gonna be both here. Jordan's gonna be here. Todd's gonna be picking them up here.
Okay.
So they might not need a latch. They could just hold it shut.
So we can just hold it right here. The bad thing is, can you see me? You think if there's lights here, you could see me through this?
There's a possibility. I saw your hand when you put it on there. Like this. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. I think once you string up the lights over it and we do the color changing on here, and we can get it like a strobe where you can just put it on that fast change, so it's like blue, red, yellow, or whatever colors we're gonna do, you know. I wouldn't do any clear. I would just do like green, red, blue, just colors of balloons, you know.
Yeah.
Green. Problem is that bulb may interfere with them lighting up here. They may screw this one up.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
It's not really funny because I want to get scared. No, I promise you're not going to get scared. I don't trust this.
Everyone's building. Everyone's building right now.
No
one's scared right now!
Well, there's a thing that comes out from here
Does-
under the bed.
Does it work with that on there?
Well, I just painted that. Yes, it does work. I
No,
checked.
it's wet. Don't touch
Don't
anything.
don't do anything yet. It's got to dry.
Oregon.
It's sticking off.
What the heck happened to your toe?
I think she broke it. She better cut the tip.
It looks like it's going off that way.
She almost cut the tip off.
Did Todd bring the little thing adapter for
Oh,
lighter
I don't
on it?
know. I didn't ask him.
This little piece is key to the Lightorama system operating. It hooks up from the computer with the USB to the Ethernet, which plugs into the Lightorama boxes. Without this, you can't run your system. Now, I have lost this twice. I had to replace it, and now I've lost both of them. This is Sean and Todd's. We need 3 of these. I have 2 of them laying around here somewhere. Somewhere in the abyss of my garage. So I have to find it before next week. Find both of them because I need 3. I need to change my name to Tim, so it's Tom, Tyler, and Tim.
I said Tom, Tyler, Todd, and Seth.
I know. I need to change my name to Tim, so it's.
This was so hard. Look at the hat. Oh. I put St. Louis on it. And the back, it's got his number on it.
Take a picture of it.
You're 2 years old. Aww.
Liam, leave it alone.
Happy
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kyle. Happy birthday to you.
Make a wish.
Kyle.
Make a wish. Make a wish.
Make a wish and blow.
Wish for like $1 million.
This,
It won't come
did no one ever tell you to blow?
Wish for $1 million.
No, you can have it.
Yay! You did it! All right. Can everybody hear me? Here? Okay. All right. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Tom.
How you doing?
Is this karaoke?
Look at this.
Karaoke night.
We actually have a PA. Come on, Tom. I'd like to introduce our safety manager coming to the stage for the first time.
Don't break the stage.
Thomas Beck.
All right, safety. So glad you could join us, Todd.
Can't hear you.
Hello.
Hi.
Justin.
His voice is still cracking from when he was 18.
Raise your hand if you can't hear us. Okay.
All right. Main thing, safety. Thanks for making me do this, Seth. Even though this is your haunted house. Main thing, guys. Safety. We got to talk about emergencies, code words. We're gonna have walkie-talkies in the rooms. We got to come up with code words. That way, whoever's operating the lights knows when there's a problem inside the house. We need to hit the lights on. The job of all you scarers inside the house is to evacuate the people.
That's 10 more years.
Main thing, safety. Inside the house, we have 2 rooms that are nothing but cardboard. That's where we have to have fire extinguishers. That's probably the quickest, easiest way to go up in flames, I'm guessing. I've got 2, so there will be fire extinguishers in those rooms. We'll make the actors that are working in the rooms aware of them, so you know where they're at. Safety, first thing first. All you guys that are here right now, after we're done, you get to go walk the haunted house and go pick up all the wood with all the nails.
Yeah.
There's a lot of boards and nails that are on the ground. Pick them all up, we'll get your garbage cans for them.
Fire pit. We're gonna have a fire going.
Let's go!
We'll get the fire pit going, you guys can dump them in there, we'll burn them, get rid of them.
Let's go down to the house!
Liam,
Not yet,
sit
not
down.
yet,
We're doing
mister.
safety
I like the energy you got there. We're good. Also, for some of you younger guys, so you know, when you're operating the valves or whatever for the hands or the drop panels or something like that, your object is to scare them, not hit them. So if you're operating a hand, don't wait for somebody to come out and go, ha, I hit that one. That's not what we're trying to do here. All right, we'll get you guys familiar with how they operate. You want to time it out so the scare comes before they get there so you don't hit anybody. All right? Same thing with the spiders in the hallway. They come out and they pop out. You guys are operating that, so you're going to have to learn the timing of all of them. All right? As far as safety, you guys, we'll go over, we'll run some drills later about evacuations. We'll teach you guys, we'll walk it so you guys all know where all the evacuation routes are, point them out which way they go. A lot of you haven't been here, so we'll show you where all the evacuations are, how people are going to get out, and teach you the protocols of what we're going to do to get people out of the house quickly. If there's a fire, of course, you know we got to get them out immediately, and whoever the actor adults are in the house will operate the fire extinguishers if that's a problem. That'd be a little extra bit.
Sorry?
Is that pretty much it, Seth?
I've had a drink. I'm sorry. It's tough. I completely phased out there.
After one drink, that's scary.
Just put it on yourself.
All right, guys. We joke around. We're here to have fun, but this is very important because there's a lot of different things that can happen in the haunt and a lot of things that people can get hurt on. Yeah, the biggest fear is fire, someone getting seriously injured. You're absolutely right. You know, these people get scared, they can punch you.
Having the fall down.
Jacob, sip it.
The whole thing can cave in. You're absolutely right. Now, those are the worst case scenarios. We're going to kind of go over the scenarios and what to do. More likelihood of what's going to happen, please back up, is the power's going to go out or someone's going to fall down. I almost expect it. And there's a slim chance that there's some sort of fight that's going to break out. So someone that gets really angry or scared or whatever. Most likely it's going to happen up front. But we need to know what's going to happen and what to do if it happens. We say a code word to get the lights on to evacuate. I honestly think it should be something simple as lights on or evacuate.
Santa!
Waffles!
I think it's got to be something simple so no one's like, well, waffles? What is that? The waffles? Just
Waffles.
evacuate, lights on, or whatever. And Shauna's going to be operating the guys.
Zip it. Coach is talking.
These kids right
Shut
here
your mouth!
are the most important reason we're having this. Most important reason is because you guys here. All right. 2 reasons what I mean by that. We're doing this haunted house for your team, and number 2. We're having this meeting because you need to know. You guys are gonna start having so much fun out there. You're gonna be silly. I know it's happened before. and something serious happens, you need to flip that switch and be like, okay, it's time to get people out of here. No fooling around, no nothing. It's serious. All right, we're here to have fun. We're here to raise money, but the ultimate goal is to be safe. So that's why we're having this meeting. That's why there's so many people here today. All right.
No touching anybody.
That's number one rule. That's something I was about to go over. We're not allowed to touch anybody unless it is to help them up or to do something like that. When it comes to scaring people, we're not allowed to touch them. All right, and that includes any props that we're working with, things like that. You're right. Yes, no running. You're not allowed to run. No running.
So set one warning, the second time they're gonna have to go home?
Who?
If anyone touches anyone.
If one of our actors touches?
Yeah, they're done.
Yeah, they're done automatically.
Okay.
No warning.
I just wanna make sure they understand that, that's all.
Even if you know somebody, they're going through and, oh, I know him. No, but even if you know him, if it's your mom, if it's your dad, or your personal friend, your girlfriend, whoever it is, do not touch them and don't call out their name. But don't forget, they're going through for the scare. So just because you know them doesn't mean call their name out and say, hey, no, they're there for the scare, right?
You got to keep in mind too, guys. This is your first. Most of you guys, I've seen you on the field, but I haven't seen you here. All right. There's a lot of volunteers that have spent hours and hours and days and days and days and days and days by themselves out here working, and we would hate to see. We would hate to see all that hard work go to waste because someone's fooling around or you bang up against the wall because you're playing around in the hallway and something falls down. We have to shut down the haunt to fix it. All right. So the ultimate goal is to be safe. Now we're kind of getting off track, but there's a couple main things that can happen. Well, first of all, let me back up for a second. When it comes to evacuations, anybody that's under the age of 18, your job is to get out yourself. All right, I'm not gonna put any kids responsible of getting anybody else out of the haunt. You get yourself out. All the exits, you'll know where they are. They'll be marked with an orange X. I think we agreed. And then there'll be red Christmas lights. As long as the power's on, there'll be red lights leading your way out to the front. All right. If a fire breaks out, if the lights go off, whatever, we got flashlights through the haunt as well. If you have flashlights yourselves, guys, put them in your pocket, carry them with you. All right, it's a good idea, but I don't have a whole lot of flashlights. But your ultimate goal, everybody over here, is to get yourself out. All right, we're gonna do a head count of our volunteers working that night, and then we're gonna meet out the end of the road, end of the driveway if we have to evacuate. Our meeting point, which we'll go over, is going to be next to that palm tree up there near the front of the driveway. We're going to do a head count there. All right. The people that are working in the haunt, in the house, like Shauna and I might be in here. If we have anybody watching the kids, I want everybody evacuated from the house too. If we have an emergency and we need to evacuate, I want everybody out of the house, because if that thing goes up in flames, the house is probably going to go down too. All right. Knock on wood.
Thank God for renter's insurance. I just saw Sean go, oh.
Well, get the dog out too, we're evacuating.
I'm only grabbing my computer.
Wait, which house?
My daughter, and the dog.
And your phone.
Like I said, the most common thing's going to happen is the power's going to go out. If that happens, we don't necessarily need to evacuate, meaning like, oh, everybody run out, but we need to get the people safely out and they can get back in the front of the line. So when we get the power back on, they'll be the first group to go back through. If someone falls down, we need to know. Someone falls down, they'll most likely get right back up and keep going. I don't think we've ever had, again, knock on wood, we've had no one get injured to the point where they had to be escorted out or anything. People will get scared to the point where they're done, and you'll be basically breaking character and telling them where the exit is so they can go. And follow the red lights. You don't have to walk them out, just say, right through that door, follow the red lights. The red lights are
if the
leading
power
out.
goes out, whoever's got the flashlight in the room, just call out everybody stay still. We'll come get you. If somebody's in a dark room, that actor will come out and escort them out through the exit. If you guys are in the hallway and there's somebody in a spider hallway, take your flashlights, exits over there, point it out so they can see it, keep the flashlight so they can clearly see where they're going if the power goes out.
Jacob's question is, what if you're the person that they're scared of and now you have to escort them out? And most likely that's because you're wearing a mask, so you just remove the mask and tell them to go. And you break character so you won't be that scared.
Or when you take the mask off to get more scared, then put the mask back on.
Are we going to give the public a code word if they do get too scared?
Scary, scary,
No.
scary.
I think it's too confusing. They could just say, I'm done. Like, and
if you're done and into the thing, look for the orange X's. That's your exit to leave.
if you notice that someone's too scared to go through, they're screaming, they're in a ball, they're not moving, we need to stop it anyway because the next group's coming right behind them and it's going to screw up the next group. someone's going to be scared, but if they're frozen, if they're buried, their head in someone, and they're just not going.
If you watch the video from 2010 where Todd was in the room and he kept scaring that one girl over and over and over and over again, she was almost like in the fetal position, and he kept scaring her, trying to point her out, but he just kept coming up and pointing her out, and every time he did, he scared her more until he froze in the room. Good job, Todd.
I wanted to find that shit all off in order to go through.
Also, like Tom said, we got fire extinguishers. Again, if a fire breaks out, kids, I don't expect you to fight fires. You're not firemen. You're going to get yourself out. All right? If you
There'll
can,
be an actor in certain areas that will come work that fire extinguisher, and it's mainly just for the cardboard rooms. That's the only thing I see having a problem. The plastic will melt before it's going to burn. The pallets aren't going to burn quick. Cardboard would be the quickest thing to go up in flames. So, and of course, if you guys see people smoking in there, they know it's no smoking. Yell at them.
Kick 'em out.
yeah. Also, you know, we said that they're not allowed. You're not allowed to touch them, and they're not allowed to touch you. If they touch, they're going to be escorted out right away. I've had someone. I've been poked in the eye. I've been punched in the face. You know, it might happen. You break character, you escort them out. There's no forgiveness. Yeah, you guys shouldn't be making that decision anyway, but you just let us know. I'll be roaming around. You'll know where the nearest adult is.
We have cameras throughout this and almost the entire haunted house. We're going to be able to pretty much see what's going on, with the exception of a few areas. It's not likely you guys will get punched. You know, you're doing a drop wall, you drop it, you scared, you put it back up. You know, so it's going to be very quick. You're not sitting there scaring and waiting for them to punch you. It's just a real quick drop, scare, up.
Kind of like a boo. Hey, and by the way, boo is not something that scares somebody. Okay? Just don't say boo.
Don't say boo.
We went to a professional hunt and somebody said boo. We all looked at him like, really?
Really?
Yeah.
You guys are going to need to know the exits and know the floor plan. I even get confused. I'm the one that put the floor plan together and everything. I still get turned around. So this evening, if you're here, calmly go through the actor hallways, things like that. Get yourself oriented with where everything is and how to get out. We're going to go through in just a minute and show you all, but I'm going to say most of you kids, we'll show you where you're going to be working tonight, so you'll know what's going on there. The adults that are working, you'll know. You guys are smart enough. Hopefully. That's a good point too. If we have to flip the lights on, that means something somewhere in the haunt is wrong. All right? Listen. All right? The sounds are probably going to still be going on. There could be still people screaming, but if the emergency lights come on, you need to know that we're out of character. And if you hear people saying, okay, get out, emergency, or evacuate, whatever we're going to say.
Go to your walkie-talkie and listen to what's going on.
Yeah, we're going to call. Just because the lights come on doesn't mean we need you to all meet out here, because it takes us a long time to reset everybody back in the haunt. All right, well, we got to put the speakers in this room. We're in a dark room. Got the light aroma system hooked up. And this is how we're going to operate this. This computer's going to be set up here. All we have to do is hit the play button to start the sequence. It's actually going to control the lights. Instead of creating a schedule and have a show like you would normally for Christmas. The trick to getting the light aroma system set up is a little tricky. There's a lot of tutorials on how to hook up your light aroma system so you can operate it with your computer. So I suggest you just Google search that if you want to find that out. But I've got everything hooked up, everything ready to go, and I'm going to basically test it. Now this room is completely dark right now, and you can barely hear the sound. But I'm going to try to put the camera close to the computer so you can hear the sound effects as we go, because we haven't run the speakers yet. Go ahead and start the sequence. You see this light just comes on at 20%. Hi, Tony.
Hi.
It's going to fade up to 100% here in just a second. Now it's completely dark in this room minus this computer screen. And in just a second, this light's going to fade in, shining up towards the area where the scare is going to be. And that's going to be the end of the scare. So that's it in a nutshell. It's working well. I think it's going to be a good scare.